All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're talking about a massive, fundamental transformation in how we protect our most valuable assets. I'm talking about the critical shift toward AI in modern cybersecurity. Look, the tech has obviously evolved, but more importantly, the threats have evolved. And understanding this dynamic, well, it's absolutely an imperative for any business leader today. So, here's a question for you. Are you fighting tomorrow's cyber threats with yesterday's tools? It's kind of a provocative question, right? But it forces us to take a hard look at whether our current defenses can actually handle the incredible speed and stealth of modern attacks. Because if your security posture is still relying on older, manual methods, it simply cannot keep up with the automated, high-velocity threats targeting businesses right now. Our roadmap for this explainer covers 5 main areas. We've got the new battlefield, signatures versus behavior, deep neural networks, automating the hunt, and finally, supercharging managed detection and response. All right, Section 1, the new battlefield. Here is the stark reality of the situation. Cybercriminal organizations have already invested heavily in machine learning, automation, and AI. They're aggressively using AI to launch large-scale, highly targeted attacks. It's literally an arms race out there. This creates an urgent, undeniable need for enterprises to adopt these exact same technologies, honestly, just to level the playing field. But here's the good news. AI acts as the ultimate equalizer against those bad actors. Look, human analysts, no matter how good they are, simply cannot process millions of daily security events manually. There's just no way. AI cuts right through all that massive noise. It processes insane amounts of data, delivers real-time anomaly detection, and drastically improves your team's overall efficiency. Moving on to Section 2, signatures versus behavior. We are in the middle of a massive paradigm shift here. Think of traditional, reactive, signature-based detection like a tired bouncer checking a VIP list of known troublemakers at a club door. If a threat wears a new disguise and isn't on that specific list, it just walks right in and wreaks havoc. Behavioral analysis, on the other hand, is completely proactive. It establishes baselines and detects unusual patterns. It's essentially like having a highly trained detective inside the club, actively watching the crowd for suspicious actions, totally regardless of whatever disguise someone happens to be wearing. The inherent problem with relying solely on that old bouncer method, it is a massive drain on your resources. Traditional manual tools create a really high frequency of false positives. You're basically sending your highly paid security professionals on exhausting wild goose chases day in and day out. And even worse, they completely fail against new, unknown zero-day threats that just haven't made it onto that known bad list yet. Think about this quote for a second. All malware eventually needs to exhibit malicious behavior in order to succeed. That undeniable fact is exactly why modern security teams absolutely need AI for proactive threat hunting. Whether we're talking about sophisticated polymorphic malware that's constantly changing its code, or a living off the land attack that's abusing your legitimate IT tools, AI catches the bad actor by detecting those unauthorized actions the very moment they happen. Okay, let's hit Section 3, deep neural networks. So, to really get this, we need to talk about machine learning, or ML. This is an AI engine fueled by data that uses mathematical models to learn and adapt with minimal human intervention. As a subset of AI, it actually learns from data. That means you don't need a human to sit there and constantly write out new rules for every single new threat that pops up. Now, deep neural networks represent a highly sophisticated flavor of machine learning. Imagine data passing through functional layers, kind of like the human brain processing complex clues to solve a mystery. The data moves into these hidden layers where specific behaviors trigger analysis. This actually allows the system to predict solutions and trigger responses based on its previous experiences. It's pretty amazing stuff. For a business executive, the big takeaway here is adaptability. Deep neural networks solve complex, nuanced problems that traditional machine learning simply can't touch. This technology learns from its mistakes and continuously gets smarter. You're basically getting a self-improving engine that works tirelessly to protect your bottom line from highly sophisticated attacks. Moving right along to Section 4, automating the hunt. AI fundamentally changes the day-to-day workload of your security operations. The top 3 benefits really come down to this: quickly analyzing massive amounts of data, flawlessly detecting anomalies and vulnerabilities in real time, and, crucially, automating those repetitive processes that usually just bog your team down. In short, AI serves as the true engine for security automation. By cutting through the absolute noise of daily security alerts, AI frees up your human experts. Instead of manually combing through event logs for weeks on end, your analysts are suddenly liberated. They can actually focus on high-level strategic challenges and the kind of creative problem solving that machines just can't do. It really reduces human error, too. And finally, Section 5, Supercharging MDR. We all know modern IT environments are incredibly complex and fast-moving. That's exactly why Managed Detection and Response, or MDR, serves as an elite, always-on, 24/7 security operations center. For most organizations, it's virtually impossible to manage effective detection and response around the clock entirely in-house. You need that always-on capability. An AI completely transforms an MDR service into a proactive powerhouse across 4 key areas. For threat hunting, AI correlates vast amounts of data to discover hidden emerging threats. For SOC operations, it optimizes critical KPIs like alert volumes and response times. When it comes to training, it actually delivers realistic simulations and personalized learning for your analysts. And for innovation, that continuous learning ensures the whole system adapts to ever-changing threat landscapes. The ultimate real-world impact of all this? Minimizing damage. AI flags suspicious behaviors like a ransomware attack spinning up as close to real time as possible. And let's be real, in our business, that near real-time speed is exactly the difference between a minor operational blip that your team easily handles and a catastrophic headline-making breach. Now, I want to be clear about something. As the quote here says, cybersecurity protection with artificial intelligence will never fully replace security professionals. You are always going to need human experts for complex decision-making and creative strategy. What AI does do is take on all that exhausting, repetitive, heavy lifting, which empowers your people with the rapid, accurate insights they actually need to succeed. So, I'll leave you with this final, provocative thought to chew on. Is your organization truly ready to let AI do the heavy lifting in your 24/7 threat detection? The adversaries are already using these intelligent tools against you right now. It is absolutely time to ensure your defenses are doing the exact same thing. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.